Love is easy when it's just two people. But what happens when someone you've never met decides you're not good enough for the person you love? This isn't a fairy tale. This is the story of how I almost lost him, not because of lies, not because of betrayal, but because his mother couldn't stand the thought of me by his side. The first time I saw Daniel, my breath hitched. He was like a warm ray of sunlight breaking through clouds. There was something about him, a gentleness, a kindness that drew me in. We met at a bookstore, both reaching for the same copy of The Great Gatsby. He let me have it, even though it was the last one, and I knew right there he wasn't just polite. He was different. We talked for hours that day, about music, dreams, and our favorite places to hide when life felt too loud. That coffee turned into dinners, those dinners turned into weekends away. And soon, I wasn't just falling in love, I was free falling. There were glimpses of trouble in the distance, like storm clouds on the horizon. Daniel had told me bits and pieces about his mother, Evelyn. Proud, protective. A woman who built her life on discipline and tradition. He warned me she could be difficult. But I was raised to believe love wins people over. I thought if she just met me, she'd see I wasn't the enemy. The enemy turned out to be me. I know it sounds ridiculous. How can loving someone be a bad thing? But sometimes, like in my case, it can turn into the biggest mistake of your life. When Daniel introduced me to his mother, I was a mess of nerves. I remember sitting in her living room trying to fix my dress, smoothing out wrinkles that weren't even there. Scene: dinner table at Evelyn's house, a beautiful but cold dining room. His mother sat at the head of the table like a queen surveying her kingdom. Her eyes, sharp and appraising, made me feel like a pauper. Evelyn with a sharp smile, yet her eyes were cold. "So you're the girl taking up all my son's time? I must say you look quite a bit younger than him. How old are you, exactly?" She leaned forward, her gaze unwavering. "Evelyn, please. You don't have to do this. I just want to have dinner with you." "Oh, I assure you, Daniel. I do enjoy having company. But tell me, what do you do?" "You work, that is, and do you plan to stay in that line of work?" I work in marketing." "Yes, I plan to stick with it. Where's your family from?" "I don't think I've heard of them." In their eyes, I wasn't just a person. I was a problem to be solved, an equation to be balanced. Daniel always dreamed of someone with ambition. You seem more simple. That night, I smiled until my cheeks hurt. I laughed at jokes that weren't funny. But the moment we left, Daniel could see it. He took my hand, his touch a lifeline. "Hey, you okay? I'm sorry about tonight." "She's just what? Difficult, cold, disapproving." I pulled away, my voice shaking. "Don't defend her. Don't protect her. Just tell me the truth. Do you believe her?" Silence. One heavy, suffocating beat. I don't know what to say. He looked down, defeated. "Then don't. Just show me who you are, who you really are." Weeks turned into months, and Evelyn didn't come around. She called Daniel constantly, planting doubts. She told him I wasn't his future, that I didn't fit into the life she envisioned for him. And the worst part, Daniel started listening. It all came to a head one rainy Sunday. Daniel invited me to lunch with Evelyn, saying it was a chance to start over. But the moment I walked in, I knew it was an ambush. Evelyn was seated at the table with a carefully neutral expression. "Daniel, darling, you look well, and you brought the rain with you. Sit down, sit down. It's lovely to have you again." Thank you. Sorry about today, Evelyn. I just wanted us to have a chance to talk." "Of course, sweetheart, of course. Now, why don't you excuse us for a moment? I haven't caught up with my son in a while." "Yes, why don't you go run along now?" "Daniel, no, we can talk." I brought you here so I could apologize for what happened before. I promise it won't happen again." "Sweetheart, you seem nice, but nice isn't enough." My son deserves someone who can stand beside him, not hold him back. With all due respect, Mrs. Hart, I love your son. I don't want his money. I don't want anything from him but his heart. Love isn't enough, dear. Foundations last. And you, dear, don't have one. Daniel didn't defend me. He didn't even look at me. I excused myself, walked into the rain, and swore I wouldn't beg to be accepted, not by anyone. A week later, Daniel came to me, his face etched with worry, his eyes pleading. Can we talk, please? Can we just talk? I saw the torment in his eyes, the conflict raging within him. And I knew then that my love for him wasn't a mistake. It was a battlefield. This is the place where our story ends. Or rather begins. Because when love meets disapproval, you find out what and who is truly worth fighting for.